Your car is overheating, strange noises are coming from the engine, and you smell coolant leaking. It could be your water pump dying a slow death. In this video, I'll show you the sneaky signs that your water pump is failing, how to easily diagnose if it's the culprit, and expose the different ways the water pump can fail. If you ignore the warning signs and continue driving with a failed water pump, you're risking severe and costly engine damage. Prolonged overheating can lead to warped cylinder heads, blown head gaskets, or even cracked engine blocks. The water pump in your car is mechanically driven from the engine's power via serpentine belt. In some vehicles, water pump is located inside timing cover and is driven by timing belt or chain. In other vehicles, water pump is on the side of engine bay where alternator, AC compressor pulley, and power steering pump is located. Now, let's dive into the common symptoms of a failing water pump. Number 1. Engine overheating. If your temperature gauge is reading higher than usual, or you notice steam or coolant leaking from the engine bay, it's a clear indication that something is wrong with your cooling system. Water pump carries coolant from the coolant reservoir and pushes it through the engine. After passing through the engine, the coolant exchanges heat in the radiator. Then, water pump again pushes this cold coolant through the engine. There are other causes of engine overheating as well. These include clogged radiator, stuck thermostat, air pockets in cooling system, and malfunctioning radiator fan. Make sure to check all of them. Number 2. Coolant leakage. If you notice puddles of coolant on the ground where you park your car, or see coolant dripping from the water pump area, it's time to investigate further. Make sure you don't confuse those leaks with other fluids like oil or transmission fluid in your engine. Coolant has a sweet, warm smell, so you can easily identify it. If you see rust or discoloration around the water pump's weep hole, it is a clear indicator that the pump is leaking coolant. Number 3. Unusual noises. If your water pump is on its way out, you might start hearing unusual noises coming from the engine bay. These noises can range from whining or grinding sounds to loud fan noise when idling with the AC on. Consistent grinding noise coming from the water pump may indicate that bearing has started to fail. When water pump does not rotate smoothly, it will resist and cause the belt to slip along the pulley. This will lead to squealing sound. However, the grinding or squealing sound can also come from alternator pulley, power steering pump pulley, or idler pulley. It could also indicate that serpentine belt is too loose or too tight. You can use a mechanic's stethoscope or even a long screwdriver to listen for any whining, grinding, or squealing sounds coming from the water pump area. Number 4. Broken teeth of timing belt. In some compact engines, timing belt drives the water pump instead of serpentine belt. If water pump is locking up, it would strip the teeth off the timing belt. Number 5. Heater performance issues. The hot coolant from engine also passes through the tubes of heater core, where it exchanges heat with the air blown over its fins by blower motor. Number 6. Loss of power. Since a bad water pump also causes overheating, your engine's computer may put your vehicle into limp mode so that engine speed cannot increase above a certain limit. This is done to prevent further engine damage. Moreover, if water pump is not turning smoothly, it may offer resistance to the engine while it is running. It also causes power loss. Now, you might be wondering, can a water pump fail without leaking coolant? The answer is yes. Let me explain how. If the impeller blades rust away or break off due to lack of maintenance, it can lead to a reduction or complete stoppage of coolant flow, even without visible leaks. Moreover, if impeller becomes loose on the pump shaft, it won't turn effectively to push coolant. Many modern water pumps utilize plastic impellers, which can be prone to cracking or shearing off. Another way a water pump can fail without leaking is due to bearing failure. If the bearings wear out, you might notice wobbling or play in the water pump pulley, indicating that the bearings are bad. While bearing failure can eventually lead to coolant leaks as the pump seals wear out, water pump can stop functioning properly without any visible coolant leakage initially. The most simple yet effective way to test water pump is by squeezing the upper radiator hose while the engine is running. If the water pump is working correctly, you should feel a surge of pressure in the hose when you release it. Also, with the engine off, check for excessive lateral movement or play in the water pump pulley. Significant play can indicate a failing bearing or water pump shaft seal. Other than water pump, air bubbles in cooling system can have similar symptoms as they prevent circulation of coolant. Due to air bubbles, cavitation can occur in water pump, which can erode its impeller. In that case, you need to bleed air off the cooling system. Let me know in the comments what symptom related to bad water pump you faced in your car. I'll be happy to help. Be sure to like and subscribe my channel for more auto repair tips. Thanks for watching.